Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we got another crazy double upload and you guys are gonna love this one. The content has been real over at the NRG house and we have so many updates for you guys, such as Ronaldo going to host a therapy type Dr. Phil stream trying to fix the relationship between Clix and Unknown Army, as well as that Unknown talking about literally smacking Clix in real life. It's honestly getting out of hand at this point, guys, and Big Ron has to step in. We'll take a look at all of that later in the video. Before we get to it though, we do have an update on the Epic vs. Google and Apple lawsuit. Fox News actually did a segment on the situation, and usually they do a really bad job covering Fortnite. Typically you'll see them talking about how it's an awful game and it's ruining our children, blah blah blah. But they actually invited on one of the most reliable esports reporters, Slasher, who gave us incredible insight. I'll show you guys that segment, and then also guys, Clix and Scoped, there is a possibility they could be teaming up in the next FNCS. Congratulations to our last video's V-Buck and G Fuel giveaway winner. We have Stonesy. I have DM'd you on Twitter. All you gotta do is reply and show proof that you did like my last video and you are subbed with all noties on, then you'll be getting your prize. And for those of you who are new around here, I do give away V-Bucks and G Fuel for every single video, and guess what? Every single one of you is allowed to enter. There's 3 requirements. First, all you gotta do is like this video, then second, subscribe to my channel, then third, turn all notifications on. Now, if you're wondering how do I get picked, all you need to do is go down below and comment with either your Instagram or your Twitter, and I will randomly select someone and shout them out in the next video and give them their prize. Alright guys, let's go ahead and now take a look at the update regarding Epic versus Apple and Google. And again, Slasher, he's one of the most well-connected people in the esports industry, so if anyone had good insight, it would definitely be him. Let's go ahead and take a look at this interview.
Now let's bring in Rob Breslau. He's a professional esports and streaming consultant. Rob, thanks for joining us today. I guess my question to you is, what's the end game here, and who do you think comes out on top?
Hi, thanks for having me again. Well, you know, Epic CEO Tim Sweeney has been, this is kind of a personal thing for him. He's been a huge advocate against Apple's mobile app store, and now he's mobilizing his company and the biggest game they have, Fortnite, to try to make things fair for what he says is all developers around the world. I mean, Fortnite as a game is one of the first and only games in the world to have crossplay between both consoles, including Sony PlayStation and Microsoft Xbox, along with phones. And so his way of looking at technology and the internet is a lot of to have open platforms. Apple notoriously is one of the most closed platforms in the world. You can't create another app store on the mobile platform like you can on Google and Android, which is why Tim and Epic isn't going as hard at them as they are at Apple. So this is actually pretty serious for him as a personal matter, to try to make it for all developers out there to not have to go all the ways by Apple's rules.
So Epic will argue, and as Susan just reported, that this is an antitrust issue for all the reasons you just outlined. But then, Apple and Google will argue that they built the platform, they maintain the platform, it's not a utility, and they can charge whatever they want. Who do you think's right in the argument?
Well, I will say that Epic has gotten some very high-profile lawyers on board that have a lot of experience in antitrust cases, and they wouldn't have jumped on this case if they didn't think that Epic had a real shot at taking down Apple and Google here. While it is both Apple and Google, Apple is much more of the focus here, including the ad that Epic already had pre-produced, ready to go, and the lawsuit ready to go because they knew that Apple was going to do this. They want to try to change the way that Apple looks at the entire ecosystem. They want it to be a little bit more like Google and have things a little bit more open, have developers be able to create their own stores on the platform if they want to. And I think this also shows a lot here. We just had about a month ago a congressional hearing in front of members of Congress for antitrust, and now you have a game maker for video games that has gotten so much more attention, including Apple's, to actually try to change things than all of the people that we've elected to office that are kind of technologically incompetent at knowing the internet. And you have a game maker here that's able to move push the conversation forward a lot further than even Congress is able to. I actually think Epic has a real shot at making a big change here, and not just Apple, but on Google's App Store as well.
Yeah, I got 20 seconds, Rob, but the repercussions if Apple loses are significant, are they not? Especially monetarily.
I mean, look, Apple is still a $1 trillion company. They're still like top 5 most companies valued in the world. This isn't really a David versus Goliath. This is more like a small Goliath versus a huge mammoth. I think most people are still rooting for Epic to win this.
All right. Well, it's going to be interesting to follow. Rob Breslow, thank you so much, Rob, for joining us again on Barney & Company. Great stuff. Thank you.
So the more I learn about this whole entire lawsuit and kind of what's at stake, I really do want Epic Games to win because I feel like they are actually fighting for what's right. Regardless of how bad you guys, the pros, or even myself think Epic has been to us in the past, they are still fighting for something good here. I do think it's a little ridiculous that Apple requires any app developer, if they want to go in the Apple Store, to give them 30% of their earnings. Like, that's just so much. I find this ridiculous, guys. Imagine I went and made a Fortnite guy app and I required you guys to give me money somehow, or like maybe it's a game, I don't know. But if I wanted to put it in the App Store, no matter what, they would be taking 30% of the money that you guys were to pay to me. And that's it. Like, there's no other option. That's what I have to do, because guess what? Almost everybody has an iPhone, and then it's the same thing if you have an Android. Kind of crappy, and it definitely sounds like a monopoly. That's just my opinion. Let me know what you guys think down below, but let's move on now to the next topic, and let's talk about the possibility of Clix and Scoped teaming up. So as we all know, Tifu's gone, unfortunately, so he's not going to be playing with Scoped when it comes to the next Trios FNCS. So Scoped tweeted this out, looking for trio, preferably 2 mouse and keyboard players. And then Young Calculator saw this on stream, and somebody replied and floated the idea that Young Calc and Clix should team up with Scoped, and it honestly seemed like Calc kind of liked that idea. Take a look at the clip.
Scope tweeted, he tweeted, need a trio, preferably 2 mouse and keyboard players, and some guy added @Clix and @YoungCalc.
Big Clix, let's go.
Let's go.
Clix, Calc, Scope, that's nuts.
I'm gonna rush this guy.
Okay.
Mac was by far the best player.
9 months.
You're not wrong.
The whole
You're
road.
I mean, just everybody like. Here, let me retweet that. Let me retweet Jules.
You're not wrong.
9 months.
So the conversation ended there. Clix actually got sidetracked on the clip I posted in my video earlier. He was trying to get it on Twitter. But anyways, he got sidetracked and never talked about it. And I think he was going to say something like that people always say Calc or Zexro are the carries on the trio, but he really thinks it's Macwood, or just something about Macwood being so good, which I agree. Macwood is a beast. So sadly, it didn't seem like there was much interest for Clix playing with Scope there. We'll just have to see in the future. Maybe, you never know. But let's move on now to the final topic, and that's going to be the NRG house. We've been talking about it a lot recently. I'm excited. I know you guys are really excited about the updates, so I gotta let you know what's going on right now. So first, Ron tweeted this out. Screw it, 20k likes for me to host a Dr. Phil stream trying to fix Clix and Unknown Army, and he smashed 20k likes. He hit 32,000. So he hit the likes. I hope he does it. But then after seeing this, Unknown Army made his own challenge tweet. He said, 20k likes and I'll go slap Clix in the back of the neck, and clearly he smashed it too with 32,000. Then NRG quoted that tweet and they said, Ron, please get here soon. Things are getting out of control. And it does look like Ron finally arrived, because NRG then made this tweet saying, gang's all here, and there's Edgy, Unknown, Ronaldo, and Clix. Then we'll end it off with this one. Unknown made his own tweet saying, gang's all here, and he cropped out Clix. Oh my god, the NRG content is just too good. Guys, that's going to be the end of the video. If you enjoy staying updated on everything Fortnite news and drama related, you know what to do. Drop a sub. I love you all so much. I'm out of here. Peace.